Hello everybody, just getting ready to do a firing, and I thought I'd document it this time. Haven't really documented it ever before. I've taken a few pictures, but anyway, here's my kiln. It's an AMI kiln. It's one I bought off Craigslist used. Seems to work pretty good. I haven't fired it that much, still learning the ins and the outs of it. This is my fourth time firing it. But anyway, it's propane gas kiln, and there's a propane tank. And I got a couple of extras that kind of help out with it. There's my cones. I got an 8 and a 9 warning cone, and then a cone 10. We're going to try to go to cone 10 today. We found out these glazes work pretty good, close as you can get to cone 10. Usually pretty good. There's the second shelf there. Got a few bowls, a honey jar, and a few things. I'm using about 4 or 5 different types of glaze. Like I said, I'm just barely learning how to do this, so anyway, don't really know what I'm doing on the glazes and which glazes I like and don't like. I'm starting to get an idea on that though. So anyway, got the peepholes on that. I'm going to try to put a set of cones at the very bottom and then put one in the middle and the one on the top. I think that's going to probably be enough to give me a pretty good idea of what I'm dealing. Last time I fired the kiln, they've fired pretty close to the same temperature on the top and the bottom. So anyway, I'll take a few more as I go. Okay, I put another couple of shelves in. I ran out of kiln furniture, or whatever you want to call it, those kiln sticks. So anyway, I'm just using some extra blocks that I had and trying to make use of those. So anyway, here we go, and I'll try to stack a few more on this level and stick another shelf in and finish it off, and we should be pretty close to the top. So anyway, thanks. Okay, I'm getting ready to fire it. I've got the thing completely loaded. Kind of look in there, you see that I've got a few more bowls in there, got a few other things. I'll kind of show you more stuff when it comes out. Got the thing covered up. Probably not going to do it until tomorrow. Today's Thursday, and it usually takes me, it's been taking me about, with warm-up and everything, you know, a good 24-hour shift or at least 18-hour shift to do it. So tomorrow I might start warming it up and then fire it tomorrow night and hopefully be done by tomorrow or Saturday morning early. So anyway, got the plugs there. I got everything lined up so I can see the cones in the bottom, middle, and top, and got the gas going. I'll get the temperature gauge plugged in so I can have a poor man's way of checking temperature as it goes up. Make sure I'm going up at about the right speed, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, well, we've started the firing. Started about 7 o'clock this morning. I decided I didn't want to stay up all night, so I think I should be able to get most of it done. Not too late in the night. It's been a while since I've done it. I don't quite remember how long it takes. But anyway, I got the pyrometer. It's showing 957 degrees. That's probably a little misleading. Probably a lot of it's just the flame heat. Anyway, because it's just on really low. It's been going really low for about 3 or 4 hours now. Okay, here we are. We're at about 1370 on the pyrometer. I've been going a little bit faster than just the initial heat up. I've turned up the gas gauge a little bit. My pressure gauge isn't working, so I'm not sure what kind of pressure I'm putting in it as far as the gas goes. But anyway, we're starting to go up. It's gone up about 450 degrees in almost 3 hours, so we're still not going probably as fast as we should be going. I think I'm supposed to be going close to 200 degrees an hour, something like that. Been keeping a little slow on the gas just to see if it heats up. It's close to the same without wasting propane. So anyway, we're going to give that a try. If it doesn't work, we're going to go back to sticking a lot of pressure on it and really raising the temperature. The other thing is I usually go into reduction around 1400 degrees. I think I'm going to put off that until, at least 1600 degrees, maybe even a little bit later. See if it makes a difference. I'm not doing any deep reds or some of the stuff that really takes a lot of reduction, so I think I'm going to hold off on the reduction, go into it pretty late into it, and then kind of have a burn off at the very, very end. Maybe hold a burn off at least an hour or something after I take it out of reduction. Might go into reduction almost all the way to cone 10. I usually take it out of reduction at cone 8, so we're going to give a few things a try. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay, it's a little after 3, and we're hitting about 1650. So anyway, it is climbing. I'm about, let's see, I started at, 6, 3, I don't know, I'm working on close to 9 hours on this project, and I'm about ready to take it into reduction. So at about the 9th hour, I'm going into reduction. Still think I'm probably going a lot slower than I should. At this rate, it's probably going to take me most of the rest of the afternoon to go in to finish the firing, and maybe a little bit into the night. So anyway, we'll go ahead and start going into reduction. I'm going to do that by doing 3 things. I'm going to turn up the gas. There's my gas tank. I got a big tank there, and then as a backup, I got a little small one that I can add more tanks. Nothing worse than getting almost done with a firing and 10 o'clock at night and realizing you're out of gas. So anyway, that's the way I usually do it. It allows me to make sure I have plenty of gas. So I'll increase the gas, pump it up. I'll go down and I'll reduce the amount of air that can come into the bottom of the kiln. And I do that by choking off the oxygen intakes on the burners. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take and start choking off the chimney. I've got those tiles up there. Right now they're hardly over the holes at all. I put them a little bit over the hole so that I heard that kind of going up after about 1200 degrees or right around that, choke it off a little bit. That'll help you kind of maintain your temperature going up. So hey, at this point I'm willing to try anything. So we're going to try those 3 things and see if we go into reduction. I'll adjust the reduction by pushing in the top of the tiles until I've got a flame coming out of the top and I've got pressure coming out of my 2 weep holes. Ideally, they say to maintain about the same temperature on top and bottom, you want to maintain the same pressure on top and bottom. So hopefully we have a little bit of a flame coming out of the top and the bottom weep hole. That way we should be in reduction. We'll give it a try. Okay, we're in reduction. Probably aren't going to be able to see this on the camera, but we got a little bit of a flame popping out of there. Probably more than probably should. I'm not sure if I got a little too high or not, but anyway, it dropped. The temperature dropped, but now it seems to be climbing back up. So we're going up at least probably 200 degrees per hour. So hopefully that'll maintain. Get up there pretty fast. We've got flames coming out of that weep hole. Maybe a little long. Like I said, we may be in pretty heavy reduction. And not as big a flame coming out that way. Okay, here we go again. It's getting a little later in the night. Starting to get a little closer. Been in reduction for, I don't know, an hour and a half or so. Climbed up pretty good. We've been going up about 200 degrees an hour, so feel pretty good about that. Think we're doing good as far as time going up. The pyrometer is saying we're at about 2,000 degrees, so something tells me the next 200 degrees are going to be pretty tough, or 300 degrees are going to be pretty tough, but we'll keep pounding out at it. I switched over to the small bottle for a while because the other one was starting to frost up and just wasn't getting any pressure out of it. So anyway, and then that frosted up pretty quick too, so switched back to the big one. It's not too bad. I'll try to figure out something, pour some water on it, or figure out a way to warm that up a little bit, see if we can get it to keep going up, make sure our pressure's good. We're still going at it. It's getting a little bit later. The sun's gone down. Getting close to 5:30, so we're about 11 hours, almost 11 hours. Another 15 minutes will be 11 hours into the firing. We're getting still some pretty good reduction out of there. The flames are maybe a little high. Let's see if we can reduce those down a little bit. Probably a little better. Okay, we're at about 21:06. Although I'm not sure how much I would trust it when it start getting this temperature. We'll start going off of the cones here pretty soon. See how we're doing. We still got plenty of pressure. Flames kind of coming out there. Looks pretty good. The bottom one still coming out. Probably not quite as much pressure on the bottom. That might have been from when I just pushed that close. So anyway, might have caused it to change a little bit. So, but I think we're still good. Okay, I'm getting ready to take it out of reduction. The pyrometer is saying 1281. So it's not quite cone 8 as far as temperature shown, but the cone itself is starting to bend down, and we've really stalled. It's fluctuating between 2185 and 2181 and back and forth. So we've definitely got to do something to get this thing going back up. It's been about 15 minutes doing about nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out of reduction, see if we can get plenty of oxygen in there, see if we can burn it off, get it burned out, and see if we can get this temperature to 23 something here as soon as possible. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. Okay, we're getting close. We're showing 2266 on the pyrometer, but cone 8's way down, cone 9's down, and cone 10 is up in 2 places and starting to bend at the top. So I'll see if I can I don't think you're going to be able to see on that. But anyway, maybe if I turn off the gas for a second, we'll take a look at it and see where it's at. But basically, we're within probably 10 minutes probably of getting it done. So.